At the beginning of the story, we are taken to a Shaolin temple, where a master named Master Yuan arrives with a new student, a young man called Xiu Ho. Master Yuan then introduces him to another disciple named Jun Bao. Since Jun Bao has been training there longer, Master Yuan tells Xiu Ho to address him as a senior. Xiu Ho, however, feels that he is older and makes a deal. He agrees to call Jun Bao senior in front of their master and others, but when it is just the two of them, Jun Bao must call him senior instead. From that moment on, the two quickly become close and spend nearly all their time together. One day, while watching other students train, they are suddenly struck by a senior disciple named Chang Ku. He is known for bullying younger students. Shaken by the incident, Jun Bao and Xiu Ho go straight to Master Yuan. Standing before him, they ask to be taught Kung Fu. Master Yuan, understanding their true motive, reminds them that Kung Fu should only be used to help others, not for revenge. The next day, Xiu Ho, still holding on to his anger, convinces Jun Bao to retaliate against Chang Ku. Unfortunately, because of Jun Bao's innocence, they are quickly discovered and punished. The one who punishes them is Chang Ku's own master, Master Yi. In the temple hierarchy, Master Yi is senior to Master Yuan. This is why Chang Ku feels entitled to bully others, believing his master outranks theirs. When Master Yuan learns that his students are being punished, he pretends to scold them harshly in front of Master Yi. In truth, he does this so he can secretly give them food. Time passes day by day, and before they realize it, both boys have grown into adults. They endure countless training sessions and prove to be far more diligent than the other students. Because of this, their skills quickly surpass those around them. Their journey begins here. Welcome to Tai Chi Master. Despite growing up together, their personalities could not be more different. Jun Bao remains kind-hearted and compassionate, while Xiu Ho becomes arrogant and driven by ambition. One morning during breakfast, Chang Ku causes trouble once again. He tries to knock over Jun Bao as he carries rice for the meal. This time, however, Xiu Ho fights back. Enraged, Chang Ku threatens to make sure Xiu Ho fails the upcoming promotion trial. Hearing this threat, Xiu Ho swears that he will defeat Chang Ku and prove himself as the strongest. Not long before the promotion event, he secretly spies on Master Yi while he practices the powerful Buddha palm technique. Xiu Ho begins to study the move on his own, even though it is strictly forbidden, since the technique is meant only for true masters. Before long, the day of the promotion ceremony finally arrives. On this day, the disciples must compete to determine the 4 strongest fighters who are worthy of advancing. In the very first match, Xiu Ho faces his longtime rival, Chang Ku. Once both are ready, the fight begins. The battle is fierce and evenly matched, but Chang Ku suddenly cheats by throwing powder into Xiu Ho's face, causing him to lose focus. Angered by the unfair tactic, Xiu Ho nearly loses control and comes close to seriously harming Chang Ku. Just in time, Master Yi steps in and stops the attack, harshly scolding Xiu Ho for his arrogance. As punishment, Master Yi decides to expel Xiu Ho from the Shaolin temple. Jun Bao tries to defend his friend and explain what really happened, but his effort only makes Master Yi even angrier. Seeing this, Xiu Ho lashes back in frustration, provoking Master Yi to attack him. What follows is a direct clash between master and student. During the fight, Xiu Ho uses the forbidden Buddha palm technique, which only fuels Master Yi's rage. Master Yi then orders the other disciples to seize both Xiu Ho and Jun Bao since Jun Bao stood up for him. Outnumbered, the two are forced to fight back against many attackers. Unexpectedly, Jun Bao holds his own, and together they manage to fight side by side, despite being heavily outmatched. In the middle of the chaos, Master Yuan arrives and rescues them. Both Xiu Ho and Jun Bao immediately apologize to him. Even so, they are still expelled from the temple. Before they leave, Master Yuan advises them to learn from life beyond the temple walls. He tells them that by guarding their hearts and emotions, they will discover lessons they could never learn inside the temple. Master Yuan then gives Xiu Ho a book meant to bring him peace whenever his arrogance and ambition lead him into trouble. He worries that Xiu Ho's nature may one day cause him great hardship. As for Jun Bao, Master Yuan feels no concern at all, trusting that Jun Bao's kind heart will always protect him. After saying their goodbyes, the two friends leave the temple behind. Soon after, Xiu Ho and Jun Bao arrive in the middle of the city. Hungry and with no money, they try begging for food, only to be driven away. It is there that they meet a wandering woman named Xiu Lin, who is searching for her missing husband. Not far from them, a young woman known as Miss Li witnesses a merchant being tortured by a group of thugs. She intervenes by stealing the thugs' money and giving it back to the merchant. Realizing what she has done, the thugs chase after her and attack. Miss Lee turns out to be a skilled fighter and strikes back fiercely. When she begins to get overwhelmed, Xiao Ho and Jun Bao step in to help. Xiao Ho comes to Miss Lee's aid, while Jun Bao takes on the thugs head-on. The noise draws the attention of government soldiers, who quickly move in to capture them. The group escapes just in time, managing to survive by disguising themselves and slipping away unseen. Not long after, a procession led by the head of the government passes through the area. At its center is Governor Liu, a ruthless ruler known for oppressing the people under his control. His soldiers brutally beat anyone they believe is standing in the governor's way. Witnessing this, Jun Bao feels disturbed and repelled by the governor's cruelty. Xiao Ho, driven by ambition, reacts very differently. Instead of disgust, he feels admiration and begins to dream of becoming someone just like the governor. That night, Miss Lee invites Xiao Ho and Jun Bao to have dinner at a nearby restaurant. Inside, they notice Xiao Lin sitting alone, drinking as she thinks about her missing husband. Soon after, the governor's younger sister arrives at the restaurant with her lover. To Xiao Lin's shock, that man turns out to be her husband, Mu Rongbai. Heartbroken, Xiao Lin approaches him and hands over her sanxian as a final farewell. As Xiao Lin tries to leave, the governor's sister, who already dislikes her, kicks the instrument aside and attacks her. A fight breaks out, and when the governor's sister is defeated, Mu Rongbai coldly drives Xiao Lin away and strikes her. Unable to stand by, Jun Bao steps in to protect Xiao Lin and beats Mu Rongbai along with his guards. Before long, government soldiers arrive after hearing the disturbance and attempt to arrest everyone involved. Fortunately, they manage to escape and hide. Later that night, they return to the restaurant to tend to Xiao Lin's injuries. Xiao Ho and Jun Bao are allowed to stay there and rest for the night. As he prepares to sleep, Xiao Ho begins to feel dissatisfied with his current life. His ambition grows stronger, and he becomes determined to join the government army, believing it will bring him comfort, power, and a chance to rule over others. Not long after, both men are awakened by overhearing a conversation among the restaurant's occupants who have just stolen from Governor Liu. It is then revealed that the restaurant is actually a rebel hideout. The group has been stealing tax money collected by the governor and redistributing it to the people. The next day, in an effort to earn money, Xiao Ho and Jun Bao put on a public performance in the middle of the city. Xiao Ho offers himself up, allowing anyone who pays 1 coin to strike him once. A man soon steps forward and pays 50 coins, hitting Xiao Ho 50 times without causing him any pain. Still curious, the man pays even more and orders his guards to attack them. Instead of feeling hurt, the two are delighted, as the money keeps coming easily. In the middle of their success, the governor's right hand arrives to collect taxes. Jun Bao immediately refuses, while Xiao Ho gladly hands over all the money. Seizing the moment, Xiao Ho asks to be recruited as a government soldier in exchange. The official orders both of them to strike him as proof of loyalty. Without hesitation, Xiao Ho complies, while Jun Bao firmly refuses. From that moment on, the two friends go their separate ways. Driven by ambition, Xiao Ho chooses to become a soldier of the government. Jun Bao, who cannot accept oppression, chooses instead to join the rebel forces. 1 year later, Jun Bao has fully become part of the rebel group, living with them like family. One morning during breakfast, government soldiers arrive to collect taxes. Even though the payment has already been made, the soldiers refuse to listen and continue to pressure them. Tensions quickly rise as the soldiers grow aggressive and start acting violently. Unable to tolerate it any longer, Xiao Lin and Miss Lee order everyone else to close the restaurant. Soon after, a fight breaks out. After the soldiers are defeated, one of them unexpectedly manages to escape. Jun Bao immediately gives chase, following him toward the military barracks. Before anything else can happen, Xiao Ho steps in, stops the soldier, and kills him on the spot. Because of this moment, the two long-separated friends finally reunite. During their meeting, Xiao Ho urges Jun Bao to stay away from the rebels. He believes that rebellion will never lead to success or power. Jun Bao, however, refuses to abandon them. To him, any form of oppression must be resisted, no matter the cost. Even though their beliefs are clearly different, the two still appear close, despite having walked separate paths for an entire year. The story then shifts to the soldiers' barracks, where a contest is being held to determine the strongest fighter among them. The winner will be promoted to the rank of general. Confident that none of the others are worthy, the ambitious Xiao Ho steps forward and challenges everyone. Eager to impress the governor, he overwhelms every opponent with ease. However, after witnessing the fights, the governor simply leaves, viewing Xiu Ho's actions as excessive. Unwilling to lose this chance, Xiu Ho begs the governor's right hand for one more opportunity. He promises to prove that he truly deserves the promotion and hints that he is willing to do whatever it takes. The next day, Xiu Ho puts his dark plan into motion. He goes to the restaurant where the rebels are hiding and urges them to leave immediately, warning that government forces are on their way. Just as he says this, dozens of soldiers arrive and surround the building. The remaining rebel leader is captured and executed on the spot. After the massacre, the rebels decide they must launch an attack, with help from allied groups. Hearing this, Xiu Ho quickly offers his assistance. He claims to know the perfect timing for the assault, explaining that most of the soldiers will leave the barracks the day after tomorrow. Trusting his information, the rebels agree to carry out the attack then. When the planned day arrives, 18 rebels enter the military barracks under Xiu Ho's guidance. Seeing how quiet the area appears, they become convinced that the soldiers have truly left. When Xiu Ho leads them toward the governor's location, they move forward with confidence. But as they draw closer, hundreds of government troops suddenly surround them. In that moment, they realize the truth. Xiu Ho has betrayed them. By then, it is already too late to escape. A brutal and unequal battle breaks out between the rebels and the government forces. Outnumbered and overwhelmed, nearly all of the rebels are killed. In the final moments, Jun Bao is the only one who manages to survive and be rescued. Because of everything he has done, Xiu Ho is rewarded with a promotion by the governor. Even betraying his closest friend means nothing to him as long as his ambition is fulfilled. Impressed by Jun Bao's abilities, the governor orders Xiu Ho to force Jun Bao to join the government. If Jun Bao refuses, Xiu Ho is commanded to kill him. To carry out this order, Xiu Ho devises another scheme. He lures Jun Bao out by taking Shaolin hostage, knowing she has already been captured. As expected, it does not take long before Jun Bao arrives, determined to rescue her. Seeing Jun Bao again, Xiu Ho urges him to join the government. Jun Bao firmly refuses, making it clear that he no longer recognizes the friend who betrayed him for wealth and power. Enraged by the rejection, Xiu Ho attacks, and the two former friends are finally forced into battle. In the end, Jun Bao is defeated, as Xiu Ho has grown far stronger than him. Though badly injured, Jun Bao manages to escape thanks to Shaolin's help. Afterward, he is taken to a hidden refuge to recover. While his physical wounds are not severe, his emotional pain runs far deeper. The betrayal by his closest friend shatters him completely. Jun Bao falls into deep depression, losing his sense of reality and his awareness. Days turn into months, and instead of improving, his condition continues to worsen. He sinks further into mental instability. Throughout this time, Shaolin and a devoted priest remain by his side, refusing to give up on him and doing everything they can to heal him. One day, while walking through an open field with Shaolin, Jun Bao witnesses moments that slowly bring his awareness back. In that quiet space, he finally understands that no matter how bitter the truth is, he must learn to release the weight he has been carrying. After this awakening, Jun Bao remembers a book once given to him by his master. The text speaks of the energy of the universe and how understanding it can bring inner peace. He begins studying it deeply and discovers lessons that gradually shape both his life and his approach to martial arts. Through this knowledge and his connection to the world around him, Jun Bao unintentionally creates a new martial art. He names it Tai Chi, a discipline rooted in the universal balance of yin and yang. Once he has fully recovered, Jun Bao dedicates himself to mastering Tai Chi, training with patience and discipline. Meanwhile, back at the government barracks, Xiu Ho trains his soldiers with extreme cruelty. His ambition has consumed what little conscience he once had. Anyone who dares to oppose his orders is executed on the spot. He even kills the governor's right hand for disagreeing with him. Although the soldiers appear to obey him, deep down they despise Xiu Ho for his inhuman treatment. Still unsatisfied, Xiu Ho remains obsessed with eliminating Jun Bao. He relentlessly hunts for Jun Bao's hiding place, brutally killing anyone he believes might be protecting him. Before long, news of Xiu Ho's brutality finally reaches Jun Bao. Realizing how far his former friend has fallen, Jun Bao decides that he must stop him, even if it costs him his own life. Hearing this, Shaolin proposes a plan to put an end to Xiu Ho's reign of violence by taking the governor hostage and forcing him to order Xiu Ho to stop. With that plan in mind, Junbao and Shaolin intercept the governor's procession as it travels to meet the emperor. The governor refuses to surrender, and a fierce confrontation breaks out. In the end, the governor is captured and taken straight to the military barracks. Once there, Junbao and Shaolin are immediately surrounded by hundreds of soldiers. Because the governor is being held hostage, the soldiers hesitate and do not dare to attack. Soon after, Xu Ho arrives and makes it clear that nothing Junbao has done will stop him. He believes his own power far surpasses Junbao's. Junbao responds only by urging Xu Ho to abandon his cruelty, but ambition has completely consumed Xu Ho, and he ignores the warning and launches an attack. As the fight continues and Xu Ho begins to lose ground, he orders the soldiers to strike Junbao. The troops refuse, restrained by the governor's command not to intervene. Enraged by the governor becoming an obstacle, Xu Ho brutally kills him on the spot. Instead of inspiring obedience, this act only deepens the soldiers' hatred for Xu Ho. With no allies left and no path to victory, Xu Ho throws himself into one final attack against Junbao. In the end, Xu Ho is defeated and dies, destroyed by the ambition and greed that consumed his soul. After the battle, Junbao chooses to part ways. He returns to the Shaolin temple to deliver Xu Ho's ashes, while Shaolin resumes her life as a wandering traveler. In the final moments of the story, after laying Xu Ho to rest, Junbao settles on Mount Wudong. There, he establishes a Tai Chi school known as Butong Pai. At the beginning, he has only 7 students, later remembered as the 7 Butong warriors. These 7 disciples are the ones who will eventually spread Tai Chi across the world. So the moral of the story is chasing power without chill turns you into the final boss nobody likes, while inner peace quietly unlocks God mode.